Alright, so the question is, what will these units do? It's, of course, the rest of this video is going to be all speculation, but it's pretty obvious on what they will do in terms of visuals, if the information here is true, right? So, what I'm saying is that, alright, so Jiren, we'll cover Jiren easily, right? Jiren is going to basically be based off of the fight he's had against Goku a number of times. Maybe hit as well, but he's done the same maneuvers in this form quite often. Since he's not transforming, it's going to be very easy. As far as UI Goku here, it highly depends on if he's actually Legends Limited, right? If he's Legends Limited and he's a Legendary Finish unit, then he's going to be a hybrid mix of both the Goku who fought Jiren and the Goku who fought Kefla. And by that, I mean his Legendary Finish will obviously be the Gliding Kamehameha Wave for sure. For sure. If it's not, fucking unsub. Because, like, there's no way that's not going to be it. Now, if we go here, I can't show the video because I'll get completely sued to hell, so we're not going to do that, but there's loads of flashy things that he's done against Kefla, way more than he has against Jiren. Jiren, by far, probably shined more here. For example, he blocked attacks with his mind, he just handled UI Goku, and essentially just did his finishing maneuver, where he essentially shot a blast and then crossed his arms. So obviously that would be his kit in terms of visuals. We could go through the details of what he might be able to do after we get the visuals out of the way. So, UI Goku. He's done some flashy things against Jiren, right? Dodged his attacks, he walked through blasts. He even had this cool technique what he did on Topo and Dispo, which is right here. That was badass, and honestly, Dispo and Topo are coming out, so I wouldn't be surprised if this was one of the, like his green card maybe, probably on strikes. I don't see it on for everything. I do see this character as a character that just evades everything as a defense type as well, but well, like I said, we'll cover the details later. I'm just seeing this as one of those things because this is badass. This was his shining moment, and I don't know, he did a lot of stuff. He walked through blasts. He did a lot of crazy shit. But again, kind of don't want to distribute him doing too much of the cool walking because there's no ground in the game, so that would just look pretty cheesy. So we're not going to do that. Hopefully they don't do that. Here, however, he's done quite a lot. He's did this cool dodge. He did that air punch against Kefla, right? He's blue here. Yeah. He did that cool... No. Yeah, whatever. That's the best I can get. He did that cool air punch against Kefla. That'd probably be a thing as well. Obviously, the warped Kamehameha Wave is a thing, and it will be if he's a legendary finish, which that's out of character for them, considering they like to repackage the same unit like 5 fucking times. But if not, and they're trying to go big here, all out, pull out all the stops, then he is a legendary finish unit. We'll get this warped Kamehameha Wave for sure. We'll get it. He's done just a lot of flashy things. Now, Jiren, like I said, he dodged stuff. He attacked Goku with his mind by just not looking at him and stuff, just doing absolutely nothing, not flinching. He did that blast way across his arms. He did a lot of crazy stuff. Now, in terms of the details, I could see, like I said, Goku being a defense type. Maybe he'll rack draw speed like a crazy madman. He'll probably be Vegito 2.0. Granted, we'll see what the color is as well. For Saiyans, he could be any color. It really doesn't matter, right? Saiyans do lack yellows, but, like, honestly, it really just depends. He'll probably be for God Ki and Saiyan, probably. And I'm assuming he's going to have an ability. He's going to have an ability very similar to Metal Cooler, right? Because as of late, Powerful Opponents has been getting a lot of crazy buffs, right? And by that, I mean Metal Cooler gave Powerful Opponent a ton of points. I think to blast attack and defense, I'm not too sure. But he gave a ton, right? And that's out of character for Powerful Opponents tags. Tags for Powerful Opponents only got, like, side buffs, right? And that's if you just happen to have a character that's a Powerful Opponent. Now, Powerful Opponent is being treated, I guess, as a legitimate buff team because it's... Metal Cooler gives out, like, 33% max to Powerful Opponent, which is... it's a ton, right? Vegeta did something similar, only not to Powerful Opponents, but to Saiyan and movie sagas. So that buff... Let's see here. So that buff is one of a kind. It's the first they did this. And they're probably got a goal towards characters that do this multi-buff, not just to powerful opponents, but to movie sagas as well. And that was for Vegeta. Vegeta did Saiyan in movie sagas. Now, we're probably going to get something similar for powerful opponents and something other than movie sagas, such as Saiyans, God Ki, etc., right? And that's probably going to be the same for Jiren as well with Rival Universes or Universe Survival Saga, whichever it is. And Dispo and Topo are coming out, so I wouldn't be surprised if more is to come with that. So that being said, I would see a similar buff like that. Now, in terms of what Jiren will benefit and what he will do, you have to consider this. Legends likes to redo abilities and just add them on different units. What I haven't seen quite often is the ability like Bojack. The ability to basically cover change against almost anything with the exception of Rising Rush, which is insane. Honestly insane. So, Art's attacks in general, we only see this, I think, on him, right? I could see Jiren having this, and if he doesn't, then that's fine. I could see him probably doing strikes then, because Jiren has covered against strike attacks mainly instead of just blasts, and attacked with just his mind. So I could see that happening. In terms of Rival Universes, what do we have on the tag? We got the top slate here, with probably the exception of Ribiran, and then we got Vados here. These two together are crazy, and Champa is a good yellow unit to just have. He just destroys things and gets powerful. So I can see Jiren not being yellow, but probably blue or red. I don't want him to be purple because Lavender is insane on the team. And here he does an insane amount of damage, and likely Jiren won't do more. So Jiren's going to be an attacker for sure, and he's going to be a beat stick. So there's no way in hell he's going to do more damage than Lavender, I'm assuming. They could make it so, but it's going to be a hard decision to tell people, like, hey, yeah, Lavender for Jiren. So hopefully they don't make him purple. Red would be preferred for me. Bergamo's good, but you got to be more patient with him, and he gets stronger throughout at the end of the battle. So, it's kind of like iffy. He's more defender type. But like I said, Rival Universes has some good attackers on the team already, so who knows? Jiren will no way in hell be a support, all right? I think that's why they got Vados out of the way. And just in general, what Jiren will do is in the air. He could be a defense type, but he'll probably be more of an offense type. He'll just have a sick cover change, and that's my opinion. Probably something very similar to UI Goku in terms of defense. They both are characters that counter. So I can see their green cards both activating on tap shot, strike, or blast. I could see Goku's activating on blast, whereas Jiren's activates on strike. And that's if the green cards are counter green cards. Goku, little prediction I have, is I think that Goku will also have a cover change activation. Though I think Goku's cover change will be mainly that of something similar to the green Gokus, like green Warp Kamehameha Wave Goku or green LF Goku, where cover change just basically bails him out of Rising Rush, essentially. And I also feel he'll probably have a lot of abilities to stack multiple types of draw speed, considering the fact that he's mainly all about speed. And, he's a speed character, and accuracy is he's more of a precision fighter, so he'll probably have all this momentum. They'll probably make, like I said, Vegito 2.0 is right here and he's coming. If it isn't the cover change, then he might very well have a counter blue card, which has only been done once for Warp Kamehameha Wave Goku. In which case, his blue art will be ridiculously high in terms of cost. So not too much of a concern or cause for alarm, but these are all possibilities I can see him having. And man, if that's the case, then what would his blue art be if it was a counter blue art? Like I said, he's done some flashy dodges, so who actually knows? But that's my take on these two. I think that Jiren will be mainly I could see Goku as a defense type and Jiren as the attacker, for sure. Especially since Goku is all about dodging, evading, and speed, right? So he'll have better defenses, and he'll definitely be a guy that racks draw speed, whereas Jiren is all about power and probably gets an insane amount of strength and ki probably when he enters the battlefield. They both will definitely have green cards that counter, in my opinion. They both have flashy counters, and again, Jiren's in particular, he blocked a lot of strikes with his mind, right? So I can see that playing a role. And Goku is all about evading things. He's an evader. So his green card would probably maybe activate on tap shot as well. Who knows? So that's my take on that. Pretty short and sweet. They obviously can try something in terms of shortening substitution counts. Or maybe Goku will have an ability where he just swaps in for a character even with his substitution count like not even out. They could honestly try anything, but I don't think they'll go as far as to change the game for the units. So they got to be careful with this whole power creep thing, because you don't want every team to run a Jiren in a UI Goku, even though it's expected. So that's my take on that. Pretty hype. Time is almost up, and it's kind of insane and hilarious to me, on a side note, that they are not acknowledging the fact that we know it's coming. They're just making it like they didn't fucking hear that we know what it is. Unless, like I said before in prior videos, it might be a swerve. This is just me saying this, all right? Plot twist, it's a fucking swerve, right? They're like, oh, they fucking like spoiling things, they're hyped. Well, good, because guess what? We're going to hold on to these units for fucking December, and instead they're going to get Gogeta Blue, or Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which, by the way, I would be hyped for as well. I definitely would be hyped for that. I wouldn't give a shit, because Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta I've been nutting for a while now. So if that is the case, then it might be a swerve just to throw us off. Now, if it isn't, and this is true, that's my hypothesis on these units. So far, so good. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Do you think we're getting swerved? Do you think those abilities are accurate? What kind of types do you think they'll be? And more importantly, what color? So, yeah, I'm out of here. See you guys on Black Friday.